bit quiet here. But Bowser looking good here to even, like, this is a great T-Hall. This is their map choice. I said when they played EG last night that they were only able to pick up 5 in total.
Up the ladder.
Ouchie mama.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been able to like truly wear my Simp socks today for Mezzy. Like, I've had to keep them in the drawer, and that's probably a good thing for everyone involved. But we are ready to see who is going to win out the half. 1 round to determine it. Very close game between Mouse and Fnatic. And I think mousesports have been in a very kind of, what's the word, like transitional period where I just don't know where to put them in the world.
Yeah, well, they should be threatening.
They should. And when I read the names, I get excited. I'm like, oh yeah, this is Rops's team. You know, like, that's how I describe it. Ah, yes. But yeah, very volatile for the boys of Mouse so far. Let's see if they can finish this one off. As the project from Frozen again cut short. How many opening kills does Alex's CT side net him? Mezzy anti-flash perfect for the first. And this is a very common little walkout. The Alexi B. Pop flash. Oh, he turns it. Mezzy quick to the trigger. Multiple targets advancing on him. More sprays through. Crims receives another. And falling apart for mousesports here. Trying to get down the vents. A couple of stray bullets. Tag Acor's descent, and now he's all alone. Where's that bomb? Lost on the top site. Here's you.
Oh, yeah. I think they have a pretty good idea where Acor's going to be, and he's going to have to make some sound cues here. So break in case of emergency. I'd say a 1-on-5 is an emergency. Good luck, Acor.
1?
Probably none.
Brolin. Lingering in that off angle for the 8th. Fnatic will win out the half, albeit by the smallest of margins. We'll be finding out whether we need the 3rd. Overpass in the wings should we require. mousesports 1-0 up, and Fnatic just the single round up. And he's gotten away with the AWP. I'm starting to get nervous. There's no way. There's no way. KD, you can't win Pro League like this. You can't win Pro League like this. Gets the info. He just has to hit this shot, and he's done it for Heroic. The leader calling well above his years. Clearing. Oh, no! You're an animal. Heroic have done it, and I just can't believe it. 40% of their team only together since February. And with nothing but a P250, Chad, I'm in disbelief. In the most competitive league in the world, he does it with nothing. Heroic have earned the respect of their peers. Gambit sent down. Unbelievable scenes. Your champions of ESL Pro League Season 13. It is Heroic. just in time to catch the second half of Nukes. So make yourself comfortable, grab yourself a beverage. H2O is a nice option. That's hydrogen and oxygen combined.
Squared.
How does it work again? It's dihydrogen, H2O.
I just drink it.
Dihydrogen monoxide.
I try not to do anything sciencey.
Yeah.
And basic maths is where I leave it as well. We stay away from all the theorems.
Oh, Mezzi's got a lot more than he bargained for in his little boost on project. Too aggressive on red, and you can see 1xBet starting to believe firmly in mousesports. Makes sense with Mirage already converted on mousesports terrain here. This is the mousesports pick, and Robs has been deterred out of ramp. That's an important goosh because it gives them space. And if they want to go to the low site, they will be allowed in. Dexter, however...
They're going to clear him, surely.
Yeah, I mean, most teams will give it a passing glance at the very least.
It's just how many can he get?
None is the answer, and Rob's actually caught out as well, despite swinging open that door upon the smoke. And Acor cleared out as well. Great work from Fnatic here. They've left no stone unturned, no corner uncleared.
Just frozen to fine now, so...
Oh my goodness, he got 3!
Wow!
That is some stunning shooting.
He has a kit
and he
here,
actually
you know?
could do this, you know, as Crims to deny. Can we see that one again? Put it in slow motion, put some string music over it, because that is poetry in motion. Great shooting.
Shooting there.
Like, he just made a 1v5 like joke into something quite serious. Like, let's get it. The second is great. The third is out of this bloody world. Bang! Baby.
Before he even hits the ground, look at this. Mid-leap. Hello, Alex. Oh, lifted. Okay, well, they didn't win, but
No.
they made it seem special.
Yeah, it went from straight up no one paying attention to at least half of us.
Yeah, some people turn their eyes in attention. All right, well, mousesports have gone for the 4 spy. Now, it's going to be difficult here on the CT side. You either hope they come to you early, or hope when they take some control of the map, your gamble is correct. Because if they just do some secret smokes here late and cross on down, you have to first of all think if your Mouse, well, are they actually going? Second of all, if they are, how many players are we going to dispatch to deal with this? So wall smoke's lobbed on out. Diagonal variety.
Oh,
that's
dear.
nice.
Mezzi's had a real nightmare there. Acor pop shot through the smoke straight to the bloody face. Now Mezzi forced to watch as his team tries to stomach the mousesports force.
Now that there, right, when teams do exactly that smoke wall, one of the reasons Acor's spamming in that kind of direction is because you stay close to that wall so you can't get spotted from heaven. You don't want to cross deep red. Frozen's seen enough. And he has help.
Yeah, I'm a bit sketched out if I'm Fnatic right now. The timing of Frozen in a powerful position, as is Robs. And with 30 seconds, they won't be able to do their due diligence. There'll be corners uncleared, and Frozen a chance. It's Robs with another bomb now loose. We need Jakino's response. He does put it in the feed. Ramp is a threat. Time is an issue. More frag out of Acor. Can they contest the plant?
Oh,
yeah,
easily.
Dexter can deny, and that's the end of the round. His second round force. He just doesn't have the health for this. Too many men. Not enough time. Triple kill out of Acor. He started that. And mousesports finish it. Oof.
Yeah, okay. Well, they dealt with that one pretty nicely, didn't they? The fact you get a freebie through the smoke on your little walk-through yard, that is a big problem for Fnatic here. And they're going to be investing straight back. They're not going to give up just yet. Without that plant going down means they're not going to be as punishing as they could be. And there it is in the replay. This one was important as well. That allowed Dexter to poke his head out the door. And then an easy one for Acor with the USP to finish things off. So great stuff. That's the impact we're talking about on the scoped rifles from Acor.
Force by back. Interesting.
They have room to work with, right? This smoke. Oh, they're out.
Yeah, well, trying to.
I don't think BMS's nose.
Did you not hear that? Nade, like, impacted Crims. This is the flash that they're waiting for. It does force the first. Brolin onto the other. They're into the site, courtesy of the Brolin Tech 9. Now, Acor's got to be really careful with that AWP. Frozen from heaven. Now, he should be able to deny the plant. Mezzi's babysitting, so if Mezzi is good for this headshot... Ooh, good timing. Great fight, and Frozen will take them both down. Wow, what a recovery out of Mouse. It could have got really messy there, but solid hold, and it's Frozen again being the differentiating factor for mousesports in this head-to-head with Fnatic.
Well, tied up now. This is looking great for mousesports here, right? I don't think we'll see another force buy from Fnatic. They should have to stomach the eco now that 2 consecutive rounds are on the board. And this is mousesports' chance to take a lead, similar to what we saw on Mirage, right? It was 9-6 on the half over there on Mirage, and then they grabbed pistol, they got the conversion, they had the first gunny, and then from there it all just came up mousesports. And their CT side last night against EG, they just locked them out. They just absolutely locked them out. I think they dropped 1 round maybe on that CT half. So right now, not looking great for Fnatic fans around the world.
Yeah, and their Pro League run so far has been a bit of a...
Must be surprising.
Yeah, a bumpy run, I'd say as well for Mouse. I think the loss to FaZe Clan definitely leaves a mark. A loss to Navi, perhaps a little more expected. What's going on here? Why am I seeing Fnatic's name in the feed? Thank you, Beamers. Thank you very much. Whew. A couple of P250s connecting on their execute, but the CTs laugh it off, shrug it off, and AK recovered for Beamers. And we say play on. Guns are back out for Fnatic, and mousesports will edge over into that 10-9 lead.
Well, I guess this is important for this T campaign. If Fnatic get blanked here, right, if they just get absolutely shut out of this and they're not able to contribute with too many kills whatsoever, might start spelling the beginning of the end, as a timeout is called, an important round to do so, right? We're just setting the context of that, so Fnatic are feeling the pressure of this one too. Want to make sure everybody understands exactly what Alex wants them to do. And note that Jackinho hasn't purchased just yet. There you go. So the conversation was, what are we going to do here? Are we going to do something where I'm better off in a rifle, right? Are we going to end up secret where I need head armor? Or are we going to do a bit more of a round where I need my AWP for presence, or are you going to send me out searching for a frag? And he will get to go toe-to-toe against Akor's AWP on the other side. But a lot to discuss here for Fnatic. This is a hugely important round here.
Indeed it is.
Just want to double check as we let this timeout sink on through. So in the Mouse vs Fnatic game, let me read you guys this little excerpt here before we get underway. Nothing will be set in stone after this game alone. Fnatic win obviously gets them much closer to qualifying, and for example, they can qualify if EG were to beat Navi later today, but otherwise, there'll still be a lot of scenarios where they don't go through. So basically,
nothing's safe.
Nothing's going to be set after this match, guys.
Yeah.
We're going to have to wait for Navi EG up next, and then big FaZe, the final game of the day. That'll be nice.
Yeah, that will actually. Big FaZe. And the big clan fresh off of a disruptive win against Navi. So Frozen ahead of the smokes, and he wants info. He wants to confirm if there's anybody home. Brolin is. Rops, however, ready to lock it down and confirms that Brolin was all on his own. The CTs will be prepared for a presence. Ramp and Akor called upon and called into action. He takes one. Going for wall bangs. Careful, Mezzy. You're playing with fire, bro. And they will descend into the lower side, but there's two boys here to receive them. Beamers, ready to swing this door open. Nah, perfect. It's a blind spot. Mezzy trades at the very least. Oh, they don't know where they are. Fakes it out. Dexter tries to go for the denial, and it costs him his life through the doors. That's big from Mezzy, a risk from Dexter. And now this 2v2 really hinges on Rops' rifle. Mezzy plants. Will he be in a safe angle from the Rops hunt? They don't have answers yet. Mezzy's going to be feeling paranoid about that decon door.
Oh, he has so much faith in Jackinho. I think Jackinho's watching the decon door from dark right now.
So he can just focus his attention on both this ramp peek from Akor and Rops edging out. Great shot out of Mezzy on what's one of his jiggles. Don't forget, Jackinho's got no armor. He's just going to get shredded if Mezzy does go down. Survival integral here, Mezzy. Managing his angles very well. He gets the info for free. Robs, he could finish it right there. A tag. Can't finish the shot. Jackinho under pressure. Hits the crucial shot necessary. Makes it 10.
Oof, that one got real tight indeed, and maybe not even around Fnatic should have won. Dexter just putting bullets through the door makes him susceptible. This is it. When BMO swings up the door, it forces Alex's position like back into this tight corner. Mezzy gets the trade off of that. And this here, Dexter's just trying to say, hey, get off the plant, right? Just allow my teammates to get... But because he's doing damage with the spam, the door breaks, Mezzy has the AK, gets the kill, delays like a god, and that's a round that mousesports really let slip right there.
Yeah, I mean, a great turnaround as well. Mezzy gets a whole lot of credit. It was the two of them. And yeah, fist bumps are exchanged. You are going to be starting to feel the mojo flow just a little more. Timeout taken off the back of that.
Oof, and they're not even going for a full investment here, Mouse. They could have done on a few of their players to get out rifles. You can see Rops, he's already got into a Deagle and Kevlar. BMAS has gone into an MP9 and Kevlar, so they could have had a couple of rifles here. Now, we've seen them take this conservative approach. They did it in the first half. They're doing it again here in the second half. Now, if they can even just keep this one costly, take 2 to 3 guns, that would be pretty good, just because you won't allow Fnatic to build a bank and they're going to be in the same position. But if they just fall flat here and these light investments do nothing, that's going to give Fnatic a bit of a buffer here towards the tail end of this one.
Potentially disrupted wall smokes there. mousesports from both Trophy and Hut go looking in lobby and have nothing to report. So an early and preemptive rotate. They're coming through the top side though. Dexter does well to find the head of Brolin. And Beamer's planning a little bit of a surprise up his sleeve and up the vents. Crims, he checked him, spots him. Don't you dare go hunting for that. That's a scary off-limits vents for now. Another dig in the feed. What's going on here? Fnatic with the bomb plant. Crim should have lobby on lock now.
They have to worry about vent because of that presence, but they need to clear Crims first.
Oh, he's not ready for it. Frozen. The element of surprise is everything.
Are they going for this or not? What are Mouse doing right now?
They don't know. I think the Beamer Galil's surely being saved.
They're just doing damage, but they had a real chance to go for this round. It's wild. Like, Rops is now just lingering passively back towards T lobby. They could have made this real threatening here, so maybe called this one off a little bit too early. Fnatic will get their 11th round, and doing damage on the way out the door is just not enough. The Galil, the best thing they could have carried on through, is gone. And we will see the mousesports gun round come in next round anyway, but just a bit odd they didn't go for it. I felt like they had an advantage.
Yeah, certainly some more pressure towards that side, get Fnatic hot under the collar, but they'll kind of be given that. They'll take the 11th. Bit of pressure on those Deagle buys, but yeah, Fnatic now have to do it in hard mode up against the fully bought up Mouse.
Now, Mouse here are lacking a smoke on BMAS. They're lacking a molly on Acor and Rops, well, and Frozen as well. So they're missing some key utility here. If Fnatic did something a little bit faster, maybe they could punish, but looks like more of the same with the smokes towards Yard. The smoke in front of the vent right there. Well, Acor can call that one clear, but he's doing a very dicey maneuver with that AWP. We'll reposition to deal with the secret walk. That's all a ruse. It's just Brolin.
It's a fun little project for Brolin to work with. His read of the game will be tested in a role like that.
Rops, they're coming.
They might boost the AWP, and Rop's not going to give anything away. You'll hear this. Rops hears a lot. He suspects trouble. They're looking away. Rops goes 1 for 1. Is that enough? Is that sufficient? As it seems the lower side is right into Acor's palms. He greets them with a bullet. Alex gone.
Brolin's still coming, right?
Nice little util dump. And yeah, Brolin's been working on this project. He started his descent now. Acor's back his turn to that prospect.
Acor's dead.
Yeah, booked. And now the site becomes Fnatic's.
I feel like it has to be a save. mousesports just lost track of what was possible there for a moment. It looked like they had a good understanding, but I guess they didn't know that Brolin was across. But they didn't know either way that Brolin was across. And nobody tended to that. Acor seemed way too glued on the bomb site, unawares completely, just back-turned. And they concede that kill. Nobody else had rotated down towards the lower side to give him a hand. At this point, Fnatic get 12. So maybe, just maybe, we're going to that third.
In Acor's brain, like when he's got killed Alex, they don't know that there's the whole squad is converging on the site. He only knows that Alex may be making a bit of a gamble maneuver. Might be pushing for some info, I suppose, living in that reality. 12 for Fnatic, and yeah, as you discussed, that overpass, which I would start to hedge my bets closer towards Fnatic at that point.
Definitely so. I just think Fnatic's CT side on overpasses has been great. Now, their T side has shown some weakness, but if you're able to just go 13 rounds on your CT side, I think, yeah, well, hold up, maybe we can just keep doing that.
Just win the knife, guys, then we don't even have to do T side.
So they've got 3 rifles saved. They've got 2 Deagles upgraded. But mousesports here, they need to piece this one together because at the moment, just not really able to contest.
Oh, and Dexter's gone very early this time. At least Acor will be able to get some use out of the M4, but look at this. They're going straight into Frozen's locate. That was Jakina with the AWP. And now Frozen for more. The multi-kill attempts. They land the bullets necessary. Acor throwing a couple more bullets. This could cost him his life. Could very well translate into a round for Fnatic if he goes down. He's been allowed to escape. Crims was posted up and confirmed on lobby. So a bit of a role reversal here. They might even fully swap roles if Crims does fall.
You almost want them to go lower towards Rops right now. Oh, okay. Maybe that's exactly what they'll do. So lobby control now has been netted by Mouse, and I guess just with this limited info they have right now, they'll call it clear. The biggest issue becomes is if they wrap around to Heaven. It might be a collision course for Bemis, A-Core versus all of that of Fnatic. Oh, and that's exactly where they're heading here. So I don't think Mouse will be in position to defend both Heaven and Hell.
Yeah, and they're mantling up silently. A-Core's clear. Didn't get the full look.
We might catch a couple here, though.
Might, yeah. It's a good angle for it. Very good angle for it. And Mezzi, Alex, both looking the wrong way. A-Core, huge impact on the recovered M4. Finally, they end him. And maybe the round not safe after all. Rops was on the low side. He's managed to get himself at least towards the Heaven position. The Molotov needs to be good. Is it good? Yeah. Just about. That Bemis Molotov may have just saved their skins. That could have got really uncomfortable otherwise. But Rops now slinking up, and an AK for good measure. One tap is all it takes. They do get the info, though, and he doesn't have a kit. So it would just be his raw aim that would be the differentiating factor. Good luck, have fun. No info for him, and he might just want to hold on.
He would need to start pushing the issue now, right? Look how worried he is about all these different angles. So the fact that they're not giving him anything, bombs over halfway tick now, it's not going to happen, is it, Rops? And I think he knows it. So it's like a half-ditched attempt at the clutch. You know, it was like, well, if they give me something, I'll go for it. Otherwise, I'm out of here.
Oh,
and that's 13.
Yeah, and a different universe as well. After A-Core's heroics, if Bemis is good for one on that Heaven flank, it's a very uncomfortable round.
Yeah, it's just there. I think, you know, A-Core's got the 2 kills and not expecting a third. So 3 players jumped up here, right? You see him get the first 2. It's that third man who's just completely unravels this one. Brolin late to the party and spoils it too. Yeah, you think it's clear at that point, right? And that one is the tightest of margins. So almost a genius play from A-Core. Not quite enough. And mousesports, it's do or die time right here, right now. They've conceded 4 rounds in a row, as well as the pistol round in this second half. They've got max loss bonus. So they do lose this one. They save some guns again. Yeah, they can buy one more time. But they're running out of options and they're running out of opportunities.
I've been thinking about Mezzi's keybinds more.
Okay.
There's some logic behind having walk on mouse 2.
What logic?
In that when he's clicking, he's naturally releasing the walk, right? Like you naturally want to release that right click if you're taking a left. Maybe some sort of... No.
I thought it was just like a Quake bind.
Oh, no, it is Quake
days,
bind,
right?
He sat down at his dad's PC and just used his dad's controls, from my understanding. And his dad was an old game ahead of the curve, you know, a CRT boy.
Oh, here we go.
I like the boost. The smoke, unfortunately, has completely... Has it completely? Oh, Crims. He gave exactly what they were waiting for.
I don't know if Crims saw anything. Or if he was just prepared for the boost.
Just, I think a couple of bullets he was throwing down range was enough for A-Core to have confidence in the shot.
Oh, block that smoke.
Oh, we didn't get the punish.
Problem was already across. Loving this secret control he's got right now.
Later return to lobby is always super uncomfortable for a T side. You have no idea where they could be pushed up to.
Gonna have to molly Bemis here. That smoke. Yeah, okay. So as it starts to fade, Bemis gets out of dodge successfully, but pressure now as they're working on this top site. Mollies are in, smokes, flashes follow.
Oh, perfect from A-Core. He's actually confirmed that the bomb is on its way down. They won't be able to chase him necessarily, and there is space for a plant. Alex looking to catch any of this chaotic rotate. If Maus start to over-rotate with a bit too much pace, there could be a way where Fnatic can destabilize and make a 3v5 convincing.
Nobody rotated lower. Nobody started to get a look in there, even though they knew that one had slipped on down, and now they're getting a move on. Fnatic actually are in a decent spot to win this.
Yeah, and Alex's flank, it could be time to perfection here. Chiquino, lots to do. Oh!
Okay.
Oh, my lordy lord. Not going to say anything.
It was unlikely that they were going to win a 3-on-5, but there was a moment in time where I was thinking there was a chance. So, someone defuse. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, you got the AWP. That's fine. Just get him on the board right now, Mouse, because you may be a little bit luckier than you should be.
That late rotate there. This was the fragger, who was it? Giacchino, that's what I was waiting for. So Giacchino, when we cut to Giacchino's POV with like 3 descending towards him and Alex being on a dank flank for the last one down the vents, there was a universe where that 3v5 takes shape. But yeah, well recovered. mousesports needed that. That's compulsory for sure, and so is the following. All the AKs are out though. Let's see how Fnatic choose to ply their trade here in round 25.
Okay, looks like they're getting the smokes out early here. Molly is going to help make sure their smoke wall isn't disrupted. Acor through the flames, through the fire.
Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa! And goes for a quickie, pulls down Brolin. And they're trying to trade. They will catch him with some bullets. I thought there was a stray. Yeah, Frozen was behind him. He spent so long, though, he could still catch them completely off guard.
Back here, Frozen, not looking the right way.
Has he called it clear? There's no idea.
They've got a wild timing here.
What? So they are surprising to Dexter, but Frozen could be surprising to Fnatic.
Oh.
They've completely swapped roles.
Yeah, so Frozen's lobby presence does nothing. And the bomb is with them towards heaven. This has to come down to the top defense, which is just one man.
And Bemis is still worried about the hut push.
Well, lobby's clear, mate. They're in top.
You've just been mollied from heaven.
You're locked in hut.
What do I do? He could deny this.
Oh, dear.
Full smoked off. He's got nothing to say or do about this. What's that? I can smell it. Overpass?
It's seeming very likely right now, isn't it? mousesports seem lost in these CT side rotations. The info they do have is being used against them here. Rops dropped lower that rounds, which gave them ramp access. They all just swarmed on heaven. So it feels like the rotations here of mousesports are really troubling them. And, well, yeah, look, the loss bonus is in a position for a Mouse buy. I don't know what the mix-up could be. Acor got you one for free there. He did go down, but found some early impact. You felt Frozen if he was just looking the right way. Could have had a kill or two and identified where that bomb was.
I think also because we were in Acor's POV, he didn't get any more info. Let's see it from here. So like he spots one more actually, and then he's straight into the smoke. Yeah. So Frozen just doesn't know what he's working with, what he's operating with. He definitely didn't spot the bomb, and that did result in the death of Dexter. And so 14 is found for Fnatic. Solid T project for them here. It was a very even half, 8-7, but it seems that at this point in time, Fnatic's T side is exploiting the gaps in the defense. Frozen's trying again. On his own this time, and probably more proactive this time. Fully flashed. Alex goes down. Brolin can't trade. Frozen with double impact. And that should put Fnatic into a bit of a tailspin.
That's the 2 heavy hitters for Fnatic in this map. 23 kills for Alex and 20 for Brolin. Both individuals eliminated early here, so Frozen has done a massive job with the assist of those flashes.
Yeah, and these rounds can just completely just fall apart. Like if you're Fnatic, you want to stay together, you want to trade evenly, you're hoping for some CT aggression. I imagine Mouse, in the current state of affairs for them, they can't really afford to. They're just going to let the frags come to them. Who's going to have first contact here? It looks like Dexter is our observer's choice, and rightfully so. Giacchino not looking the right way, and a trade from Mezzi's just too far away as well. Good hold, lock down, and convert off of the double. Nicely done by Frozen.
Oof, okay, money now for Fnatic is a conversation here. Maybe a timeout from them just to talk about what type of buy they want to have going forward. They have been looking great on this T half, but their loss bonus at the moment is very low. Into the next round, 1900. So if they take a conservative one here with just some Deagles or P250s, they can buy next round. But they should be conceding a 13th round to mousesports here. And you can see reflected in the buy. It's exactly what we're looking at. They didn't need to take the timeout. The finance is in a bit more of an obvious situation than one that requires a 30-second chat. But this is all about getting as much as you can out of these small investments. The Deagles have been noted now, so Mouse will have a much better understanding of what they're playing against. This little lurky boy smoke. Give them some control here. Mezzi. He peels around it. That's just one of the smoke gimmicks, right? In these type of rounds, you have to go for a little maneuver like that. They're going to sprint towards ramp.
It's time for some stat padding.
Oh, might get out of control here.
I mean, you take 2. You certainly have an opportunity now as Brolin, the Swedish star, has an AK-47 within his grasp, and he's got 6 bullets. He would have to reload in front of his adversaries, and they'll have heard that. And they're going to clear him together, working on it As a unit, Frozen and Dexter still just slowly tapping and touching their keyboards. They haven't confirmed and called it clear, but they've got him locked in. And no armor.
Fine.
Yeah, if Bemis doesn't hit the first bullet, there's no aim punch. Brolin can be the snappy boy we all know he can be.
Oh, give it a chance. Give it a chance there. A couple of warning shots from Bemis before he finishes him off. But they kept it kind of costly, right? 2's better than none. I think that's the saying.
I think that's how it goes.
That's definitely how it goes. Secondary Rops AWP here. Okay, so 2 big greens out to play for mousesports, and well, they're only 1 round behind here.
An interesting one. It's just that Crim's purchase of Kevlar on that Deagle Eco has resulted in a Galil instead of an AK.
Maybe he didn't do accounting.
Didn't crunch his numbers, didn't get the abacus out prior to that one.
Doesn't have his degree like Dexter.
Yeah. Doing it as a single father as well.
Yeah, it was hard. Can't believe he got through uni like that.
It's incredible, really. What a story.
And a professional Counter-Strike player on the side.
Just on the side. Just a side hustle, you know? Traveling overseas.
Leaving the kid on his own.
Leaving the kid on his own. That's honestly what the message said. It's like, it was really impressive that he managed to travel overseas considering his fatherhood. It's like, thanks, man. Thank you, Jonas. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
No.
Couldn't believe it. What
he
a
obviously
call.
doesn't watch HLTV Confirmed once a week, but it changes every year. It changes all the time. Updates available on SPUNJ's Twitter.
Slow stuff here from Fnatic. Don't want to risk any of those frozen pushes towards yard early. So the crawl is reflected by the smoke wall here. L blocks as Alex and Brolin are getting flashed and stalled on out a little bit here.
They are quite shallow. Like, I think Aiko would have had a sight line, and Frozen's worked a lovely gap there. Brolin trying to crawl it back. Oh. It's fading. A chance here and just about across the line. Now with double orbs, if the bomb goes down, I start to favor Fnatic, Chad, in a very big way.
Oh dear, lower side.
No kit really. I mean, Dexter's got one. I correct myself.
Oh, that's a huge miss.
And he's missed a real sitter there. Brolin's already on a very, very round-the-world flank. He knows Akor's working ramp. You can see he's acknowledged that from the sound cue. May as well check the vent rotate. He does have a passing glance. It's Dexter in lobby, though, holding on to what he can.
I don't want to be the guy to say it here, but Dexter has to save. Akor's down. There's not enough money for Dexter to risk going for this right here, right now. That is just that. The Rops miss, right? Like, wow. It could have been a 3v2 the other way, and then it's a much more manageable retake. Brolin's already low on HP. He's disconnected from the bomb in the lower site. Just that pivot down the vent and those rotations again.
How much does Frozen have to do for Mouse? Like, on these CT rounds, if it's not 2 out of Frozen, call it a Fnatic round.
Maybe that's it. Maybe he needs 2 around. Maybe right now, with the way some of these scores are reading here, his contribution maybe worth a bit more than others. So this was great. Like, he's found the gap in the smoke wall. It looked like it was just really good, but the avenue, yeah, just not getting it done.
And he dies on the way back, just on the bolt.
Rough
Lost
stuff.
AWP as well. I mean, like, checking the finances, Akor does have enough to repurchase that, but yeah, I think Rops is going to know all too well the responsibility on that AWP shot, and he doesn't hide his frustrations.
No, that's a rough one.
Yeah.
A very rough one. You don't need us to tell it with a reaction like that.
Overpass does loom, Chad. I mean, this is it. They're up to their neck in it.
They have everything they need, right?
Yeah.
mousesports is still able to be competitive here. I think that pace change from Fnatic and not giving away an early entry, they gave away the 2 opening kills. So I guess at the end of the day, when there's a gap to find, Fnatic are doing it, right? They're finding these little holes. How is Alex going to finish them here? Window's broken on the way out of spawn. Oh, and that's a very passive line from Jacquinho, right? So they're ready for a potential aggressive maneuver. But this looks more like a slower round out of the Swinglish side. Oh, Rob's really dicing with it here. Smoke's faded now. Can't go for another maneuver like that. Doesn't even do that much damage. Is going back to spawn now to set up the smoke walls. Alex has decided now's the moment.
There's already one up. It's going to be a very weird and distorted pacing to that. I assume it would just be replaced. And they sail through the sky. 2 more to follow, about to bloom. Frozen called upon, as is Akor as the yard defense, and nothing to report just yet. Akor realizing he can't contribute from his current position. Frozen just sits there, eats the flash.
Fading.
Just as it fades, they do get across at least one. And Acor good for the peek onto Alex. They are descending into that lower side. mousesports have had their issues here. It was Rops. He's got Bemis in support as well. Oh, and a very snappy one out of the M4. Yeah, he will get caught. I wouldn't dare go up those vents. They're considering it. Dexter would laugh at the opportunity. 25 as well. God, this is weird now. Very uncomfortable for them. Jakina's not going to be looking the right way. Frozen collects that one, and now vent to top. Dexter will take them both. And we will need the final round to determine it all. And Fnatic, it's far from dreamy.
Oh, dearie me.
OT, definitely not out of the realms of possibility. And that's a product of mousesports conversion there, looking good.
Yeah, look, in the last 6 rounds of play, mousesports have managed 4 of those, and just the back and forth nature of the economy for both these teams late, the lack of plant here, it's really left Fnatic in a horrible position, right? This should be mousesports taking us to OT. At best, we're getting Brolin into an AK. Mezzy can go AK with head armor. His other options are Galil with util. Crim's is going to have to be into a pistol here. This buy right now for Fnatic is going to be looking far from ideal.
Yeah, so a hero, Brolin, AK, and Mezzy did opt for the util option.
Okay, well, there's a Galil out on the floor. Crims is going to be able to get some head armor behind that. A lot into this. Jacquinho with no armor for the final round to play. That tells you just how bad things are over in the Fnatic camp, but they can still do this. Gotta make it gritty. Gotta drag mousesports down to your level of weaponry here.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to get good bang for your buck with a T-side dig if mousesports are diligent.
Looks like a top explode.
Yeah, but that's what the flash implies. Dexter will keep that door smoked. Grims, the first to fall. That was one of the Galils, a big frag to find. Only one clawed back for Fnatic. They just crash into the defense. The angle's too strong. Aggressive from Bemis, and Jakina being flanked as well. Call it OT. mousesports and Fnatic. Inseparable in regulation. It requires MR3 16K and thrust back into the fray. I mean, it was 8-7, 8-7.5. I mean, that's what you're going to get. Seems that these two teams rather evenly matched.
I'm your worst nightmare. Cause I ain't taking no losses. And I don't even care what the cost is. Are you prepared for the forces I'm about to bring? Cause I'm the boss of all bosses. I penetrate your thoughts and fill them with doubt. You gon' feel where I'm coming and feel what I'm about. If they come in with the drama, I'm wheeling them out. Cause I ain't about to have somebody here stealing my clout. I keep my friends close, enemies closer. Cause that's the way it is and the way it's supposed to be. Hit it tried, plenty failed. Too many times I seen plenty bail. And there will be no surprise what I'm about to do when you are looking through my eyes. See many go, see many come. See that they won't bring it to me, son. Try me if you want, but won't be any fun. I'll take the challenge. I'll beat anyone. I'm the one. I'll be quite clear. Bow down to no one. I'm right here. I get it in. I don't fight fair. And guess what? I'm your worst nightmare. I'm your worst nightmare. Are you prepared? I'm your worst nightmare. I know you scared.
But yeah, all I'm saying is, he says, I'm your worst nightmare. Like, I would when I was a kid trying to do like a bad guy voice. You know, like when I was trying to sound intimidating, but I wasn't.
All right.
I'm your worst nightmare.
All right. You weren't bopping along to that one then,
I'm not bopping. I'm not bopping.
bopping.
That's all I'm saying. I think it sounds absolutely cheese bally. Fnatic 15 and mousesports 15. We're forced to separate them in an overtime. We appreciate your patience. Let's get ourselves back underway. And Acor with a nice once a half maneuver.
Yeah, once an overtime.
Once an overtime, it could be perfect. Yeah, he got the Overwatch, and the progress hasn't really been halted. They've still used that wall of smokes. Giacchino's a little late, though, and that could be the end of him.
Oh, he didn't stick to his guns.
Oh, and they've just decided to cancel. And Alex gets caught. This is weird.
Yeah, okay, right there. I'm not sure why the stall out called, right? But Alex has clearly made that one, and on their way back, with him going down in transition, this first round of OT here could just fall flat for Fnatic. They will need a hero. And pivoting all around, looking a little bit uncertain in where they want to finish. Still plenty of nades for this, but they don't have a smoke for main. So if they pop one out squeaky, we'll need some flashes, and it looks like Mezzy is going to be the man setting that up. Molly in his hand. That'll be landing towards top heart.
Okay, well, that'll get Dexter hot and bothered, and the spray from Beamus, good for one. Dexter's still burning. Dexter's burnt down to 10. He's finished off nicely. Oh, wow, a double from Giacchino, and Fnatic have recovered this. He plays the sound cues. He's not looking. He's actually not looking. They could crawl down that ladder and shoot him in the face instead. He's got the bomb on his back, so if he goes back up with the bomb, oh no, Fnatic lose the round to Frozen. Mezzy with it all to do and 20 seconds to do it. The bomb now lost, and a change of direction that could have cost them it all.
Well, it's worked for them, right? We've seen it work for them, but that's twice now that they've tried it since it's worked for them that they've been absolutely destroyed. Dexter stopped them, and now Frozen has done the same. So one of those little mid-round tricks that Fnatic are hoping to use here to aid them and keep mousesports chasing their tail is gone, right? This little vent drop and then vent pop back up, or vice versa. It looks like they've locked it on down, and you just see that coming up. That's Frozen, you're licking your lips. You know you've got at least one kill there. The second, fantastic as well. The inaccuracy off the ladder, and he's doing his job.
That is a big notebook he's got on the desk as well. Chock-a-block, I'm sure, full of strategy, headshotting and such.
There's a one-way smoke being deployed here for Acor, so it's a bait and switch with him and Frozen's just been an absolute nuisance for Fnatic here. So as the smoke starts to fade, Acor repositions, might be able to grab one if they're not tidy here, and there it is.
Boom, boom. Acor is trapped, eliminated, but maybe, just maybe, they're not ready for Frozen. He keeps the fight coming. Important frag for Alex to find. He keeps the round alive, at least. And he's only got one smoke to throw out. I don't know how much convincing he's going to be able to do here.
Well, who's going to keep their eyes on this cross, right? It's important for somebody from mousesports to be covering it off here, and Alex just lining up on the fly.
Yeah, he's just picking up his teammates' smokes, using them to provide the wall he demanded. Hey, that's not bad.
The one on the right is going to fade quite quickly here, so Dexter can hang around. This should be gone very soon. It is on Beamus towards the top side, and he's kind of playing retake from main, so they're not fully invested to holding A. If they go towards B, Rops is there. He hasn't moved in a while, just tucked in towards that back box. So at the moment, it feels like mousesports are giving a lot of space over towards this Fnatic side.
Yeah. Beamus, wow, good connection onto Crims on the walk-up. And Dexter, another contribution. mousesports, this is a spotless defense. And this round, no exception, with 10 HP, doesn't stand a chance. And call it 17. One more round for the defensive Mouse. Let's see if they can keep a clean sheet.
Oof, you know, this is where Fnatic will have to do something different, right? The first time round, they tried to get Alex across secret. They called it off for whatever reason. They fell back and they got slowly peeled apart. This time round, well, they're also just on the receiving end, but of mousesports aggression. So last round, they took the fight. This round, Mouse took the fight for the final round of play. Maybe both teams want to get stuck in early. We might see a bit of a biff. Rops hasn't been tested a lot over towards ramp, and Frozen's looking happy, getting a smile on his dial.
Yeah. I mean, dispatched to Yard. I think mousesports might have realized what we have, which is that we need to see that Frozen impact in the feed on a round-by-round basis, and so setting him up for success seems like the best option.
Yeah, don't lose that territory, Mouse, because you've struggled with plugging some of these gaps on the rotations previously. But 3 on the CT side really could do it to Fnatic here. They brought out the Jacquinho Orb, so that is a little bit of a different look, right? He has the big green out. Let's see if he can demand some respect of Acor here.
And another shake-up from the mousesports defense.
Rops is a bit aggressive at ramp at the moment, actually. I wonder if anything will force him to continue forward. Or maybe that will.
Yeah, the loss of Acor will spur Rob through his own smoke and perhaps behind enemy lines. They're very, very detached from lobby here. Is there no one responsible? Is that what Crims is on his way to be responsible for? Yeah.
He's lining up a molly right now. I think that's going to be for back of sight. So it looks like this is their top peel in, right? They like to peel in through this smoke close main. Maybe that will stall them out, a deeper CT smoke. If they go for warehouse control, time will start to become an issue here.
Oh, Alex didn't spot the leg. Dexter was walking through, and there's both of them here. Frozen keeps him busy enough for Dexter to get the frag. He bails Frozen out of trouble, but still a 3v3, and they're descending ramp. Bemis will be there in time. It's up to Jacquinho if he's responsible for decon. That will be a fight that favors the AWP. Opens the door. Hard shot. Crims.
Oh, no.
Jacquino's taken down Crims.
How's
The
he
bomb's
done that?
now loose. He's got to come up clutch. A 1v2, otherwise it's spotless from Mouse. Bomb picked up. He wants to close the doors, do some housekeeping. Opts for the AK-47. Still one close. Fakes it out. Ramp jiggle. And a near hard tap to hit. Multiple targets. Bemis collects, and mousesports call it 18. We need a perfect response out of Fnatic, and that's just to extend play. mousesports have put themselves in a prime position to collect the 2-0
Here we go. Oh, dear. I think he's just thought he's had a slither there to take that shot. And that, oh, that one is going to sting here.
Crims was tagged already, but I mean, yeah, the smoke had bloomed. Crims was by no means a dead man.
Oof. Big problems here, big problems. Timeout call for Mouse. They've now used their final timeout here going into, well, it is just the one round they need. If they can convert one of these next 3, that's it. Call it done. And
I mean, you know Dexter better than I. Do you think he's one of those brave leaders that will be willing to call something a bit ridiculous in the first of the 3 opportunities?
Let me take a look at these spawns right here. Bemis is leading the pack. Acor bought into an AWP. If they stayed just with rifles, you know, I could see them going for, you know, a hard top site, maybe something just a little bit off the front page.
Yeah, I mean, but look, you've got 4 orgs from Fnatic. Even Crims whipping it out as well.
There we go.
So, when given the opportunity, they'll take the more expensive option. The propaganda from Brolin has finally started to spread.
Okay, well, they're playing this one reserved here, Mouse. They didn't just launch topside. They didn't try and get anybody down the vent. They're just waiting for any maneuvers from Fnatic, who are the desperate ones in this scenario. If they overpeak, if they overstep the mark, Mouse are ready to take them down as they line up these smokes towards Yard, sailing through the sky. They'll have to deal with Brolin over towards Secret here. Alex is going to be completely smoked off. All he can do is chip on through. Missed Molly. Oh, and big problems.
Yeah, that missed Molly's cost him the life. The opening frag, of course, it's Frozen of all the players to find. So a step towards extending play. They need 3 in a row here, Fnatic, and this is the first frag of the first round on that CT side. Crims intermittently checking in on that main fight, and they are starting to come through. That's a perfect incendiary. That will force them forward. Or the extinguish.
They're going in.
Nezzy needs this frag, needs it. Robs baits with the barrel so well. Still recovers it, and Fnatic will call it a quits. That's a perfect round. No one goes down. Make it 16, 2 more to go.
You can just see how punishing a missed molly is, right? The missed molly to Secret there is the difference between Brolin getting the opening kill and Brolin not having an opportunity to get this opening kill. Those flames work in his favor. He can peek over that, use that mistake made by mousesports against them here. Now, if you're Mouse, you've got 2 more rounds to have a crack. The first one, they went slow. The second, if they go slow again and they get found out, well, it's pretty obvious in the third that they might go for something a little bit faster.
Fnatic in overtimes, man. Like
they've been loving it.
They can't stop having close games. Not bad for a month, for sure. It's only a year ago they were lifting trophies at Pro League.
Here he is again.
Brolin, prime position. He nearly had more than one Acor chunk down. Alex looking for something rather ambitious here. Yeah, he loves it. It's a little bit of him. It's a little bit of him. Calls the cancel on that. Now Dexter's aware there's a possibility. That fast flank from the warehouse hasn't come through. But in the meantime, he's moved some of his pieces around the board.
They have enough utility to take this lower site, right? And they're being diligent with these boost clears. We've seen that pay off in previous games here throughout the Pro League. Now, if they go towards the decon door, this is one of those scenarios where you limp out the smoke and get the back site control. Vents called clear. They just have to deal with Jacquinho. And the AWP, maybe not the best weapon for the job up there.
Yeah, it does look uncomfortable, doesn't it? Mezzi's got a good smoke for the decon door. Jacquinho, you're kind of committed now. So some quick AWPs are going to have to come out of him. These late takes have worked for Mouse in the past. 4 frags separating them from the 2-0 conversion here. mousesports, 28. Smoke from Acor, plants the plan. It's not going to be easy for Jacquinho to stop that, really. Maybe his teammates can. Mezzi, certainly a threat, commits to the spray. Mezzi, however, going down. That's the denial. Oh, no, he misses the shot into the boards. And Fnatic's chances starting to fall away from them. Oy, oy, oy. Alex and Crimson, all of it on their shoulders. And powerful after-plant positions adopted. Dex are going to go looking for info. It's Alex, his next victim, and it's all onto Crims. I think mousesports have done enough here. There's just not many chances left for Crims. Rob's not going to give him anything. Oof, other than a bullet between the eyes. All right, a close one. But a must-win game for both. Leaves with the mousesports logo. 2-0 as well, a dominant one out of Mouse. And a big turnaround for Group C, keeping things volatile. This group keeps delivering.